Hello everyone, Jocelyn here. Yes, I know it's been a while. Let's have a conversation. So, it's that season again, and this year for Pride, I am fed up. Look, before you rush to the comments to cancel my woke leftist credentials, just hear me out for a second, okay? I promise you, I am not turning into one of those pick-me assholes. First and foremost, I am completely 111% aware of the necessity of Pride, the importance that the historical impact Pride has had on LGBTQ plus liberation. I'm fully aware of the need to celebrate how far we've come in terms of societal progress and acceptance, and also just acknowledge ourselves and each other within our community. And I am not trying to diminish any of that. My problem is simply twofold. The easy one first. Let's talk about rainbow capitalism. Now, companies love to make limited edition versions of stuff like deodorant and gin and whatever, just to sell more things. It's Pride season, we'll just slap a rainbow on it and then we're good. I'm gonna be honest here. I love this kind of crap, okay? Not all of it, obviously, is to my taste, but this, and especially this, was. I only wish that it didn't disappear the moment the 1st of July rolls around, because, you know, unlike the rainbow capitalism itself, I don't switch off being queer when June ends. None of us do. That's not how it works. And of course, more insidiously, companies that make rainbow versions of their logos for June that also disappeared just as quickly, that hasn't happened as much this year in 2026. And we have noticed their support was always conditional upon us being viably marketable. And it feels sad and cynical to say, but it is true. And the cause of which is the second problem I have. The reason that they've done this is the response to the anti-queer backlash of, say, roughly the past 2 years that's really ramped up from the far-right bigots. And this is what I'm fed up with. Not the concept of Pride itself. You know, we love Pride. We love the fact that we are who we are, and we've come a long way in our own personal journeys as well as our societal struggle overall. Again, I want to say that that's really great. I am just fed up of this backlash that's been happening. From the conservatives, from the Republicans, from people who are essentially Nazis in different hats. You know, fascist losers. These are the kind of people who whinge and whine about the alphabet mafia are grooming children and men shouldn't be in women's spaces. And I'm so sick of their bullshit and lies. And I know I'm not the only one, and I know that the reason for Pride to continue is because of these, yes, okay, I'll deign to call them people, but it is stretching the term quite a bit. The point is that we have proved for decades, just by our mere existence in this world, that we are not the big bad boogeymen that we are made out to be. And while most people in real life that I come into contact with on a daily basis and have conversations with in real life that, you know, are either cool with it, like completely cool with it, or at worst don't really care one way or the other, we still end up getting our rights taken away by the people who have the actual power and say in this country and abroad. And it's always the damn closet cases who shout the loudest. I'm not saying that everyone who is homophobic is a closet case, but the Venn diagram looking very circly. And again, I know that that is the reason to keep pushing for queer liberation and equality and everything like that. And Pride is the, I want to say flagship, but the rainbow flag of you know, the symbolism of that. We fought for, I say we, our ancestors fought for acceptance and visibility as who they are, and we owe it to them to keep pushing the work that they did. Part of Pride is celebration, part of Pride is hard work. It's resistance. And it's sad to say this is still true, existence is resistance. The problem is, when I think of Pride these, you know, this year, I don't think about that. I don't think about the celebration and the acceptance and the how far we've come and the solidarity that we have together. I just think, oh great, it's that season where assholes get to be really loud on the internet again. And meanwhile, while we might have certain little discourses that pop up every year within our community that we might want to talk about kink at Pride, or we might want to talk about respectability politics and all of that stuff. Meanwhile, the real problem is still going to hate on all of us no matter what, you know? And these brain dead reactionaries, that's what they are. Let's just call them energy vampires, because my energy and my you know, happiness has been sapped by them. And I know that's their intention, don't get me wrong. It's just, no, I'm not saying I'm going to roll down and curl up and die and just let them take over. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is that it's easy for me to feel fed up, not just because of my own personal circumstances that I've been dealing with for the past however many months it's been now, but also there is an air of, this feels like Sisyphus and his impossible task, you know, and that is not exactly a winning motivational factor. But at least I get to smell nice while I wallow and have a happy Pride, as happy as you can. Right.